how's it been? What's been the experience like?
Well, it's
Yeah.
been a roller coaster ride because apart from the economy itself, the business itself is really challenging. There's no time to rest. By the time you run the weekend, wake up on Monday, you are paying bills, you are procuring other things you're going to need for the following week, you know. And apart from that, I mean, the fun part is always fun. Uh, at the beginning, it was difficult, but the more we do it, the more experience we get, the more we realize things that we need to improve on, the more we see, area we can, exploit or explore to generate more revenues, and that has made it look like we are growing. We're growing in terms of structure, we're growing financially, but not as good as we projected because the economy has been very bad. Exchange rate is making everything very expensive and it's making it difficult for the customers to spend as they used to. So, I mean, what you sell for $10 today, our value of is still $10 in dollars, but it might be 5,000 naira last week, and this week is already 9 grand. You know, it throws a lot of people off, and we have to adjust our menu like almost every 2 weeks because most of the things apart from the food, in terms of drinks, in terms of spirits, which most of them are imported, you find out that you have to change the price, and we have to be doctoring the menu like every other day in order to make sure that you don't get yourself into financial, turmoil. So apart from that, I mean, the fun part, what we sell here is experience. And I know that when the customers come, they have good experience, they meet people, they enjoy themselves, they eat good food, cold drinks, they will always come back. Because I always tell people that this is a business, this is hospitality. And hospitality is not about food and drink alone. It's about what they take away from here in terms of experience. And when you are selling experience, it is paramount that you make sure that your customers live here with something to tell others, which can take away your. Well, that doesn't mean you will stop doing advertisement, but you kind of mobilize your customers to become your social media, reps, because when they come, they take pictures, they post it. When they post it, some people start asking, "Where is this?" And sometimes they tag us. When they tag us, and other people are asking questions, even though they are not asking us directly, we can assist by telling them, "Oh, that's Bex Bar. Oh, it's in Okwebi Road. It's a nice place," and all that. So the experience has been a roller coaster ride, but I'm loving it. That's the most important because I'm doing something that I really like.
I've also noticed that it's been changes over and over. Somehow you don't let the look stay on for a long time before you
Change
it
again.
change or just is that a strategy or
It is a strategy because this is Nigeria. Nigerians like good new things. And when you know that this is Okwebi Road, for instance, when I started, it was only me and one other place. Now we are about six in the space of 2 years. This competition is deep. So you don't sit back and start watching other people grow around you and take away your customer or take away all the work you have done to get people to focus on Okwebi. And then some new people will come and take away all your customers because they are new and they are doing new things. So we don't wait for things to spoil or things to go bad before we start making sure that we're giving, because we're selling experience. And the moment you change it, just move your table from one place to the other, rearrange the place, change lighting. People like new things. They like new background on their pictures. And that is what we are working on. You know?
At the time you started calling it Bexpa,
Yeah.
how easy was it coming up with the name for it?
Yeah, Bexba is a long story, but I was still thinking of what name to call it. My daughter was around. That's my first daughter. Her name is Omomi. Her English name is Rebecca. So we call her Bex, Becks. So she was around then and she insisted, it has to be her name, this and that. And I said, listen, what name are you thinking? Because I'm not putting Omomi bar. She said, no, Bex, Becks. I said, we can't use that as well because it's the name of a beer. Bex beer. So she said, okay, why don't you try BEX? That's just how it's called. We got stuck on that because she just wouldn't let me breathe. Yeah.
Let's also talk about the fact that if you approach Bexpa from outside, it looks very small. But when you enter, you just see this expansive
Yes.
interior.
Yes, it's true. I think it's the shape of the land
Okay.
to start with. It's the shape of the land, and apart from that, I we started with the outdoor bar.
Okay.
So when we started, the outdoor is what people see. While we were still working on the lounge and this place, people were sitting down there not knowing there's something cooking at the back. So I think it's more to the fact that we have managed all the space very well. Because even sometimes when I look at it, I just wonder how did we manage to fit so much into such a small place? But it's not that small. This whole place is half a plot, you know. But we're using every single square meter, you know. So yeah, it's down to space management.
Okay.
Nothing to do with me as a person, but our team of decorators.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's also talk about the services you offer. I know you have so many sections, and tell us a bit about what are the new things.
Okay. We have where we used to call the outdoor bar, which is now going to be our sports bar because we have closed it in.
Okay.
It's now air conditioner and everything there. We have that side where we have the pool tables. We're going to have the fruit machine games. We have outside bar. I mean, it has its own bar. The sport bar has its own bar. We have this area which is more like a crossbreed between the lounge and the sport bar, and the sitting area. We have a bit of, we have 8 seats here for dining. Although we've just made an adjustment here, but we have 8 seats in here for dining. More people like to be in here than any other place because of the table. The size of the table is slightly bigger than the usual pool table that we have out on the other side. And it's cooler. And then you are in between the lounge and the sports bar, so you can see both worlds. In here, we have the shisha setting, we have a TV screen, we have the manager's office, we have my own office in this part of the building. Then inside, we have the lounge, we have the convenience, and every other thing that goes with it. Um, what else?
You're talking about a club. Taking
Okay,
off.
yeah. Now that we are getting in more staff because normally we close around 12 because we are just a lounge. People hang out here when the nightclubs open. They move to the club. But recently, in recent times, people don't want to go. I don't have night staff. So it's my day staff that we have to pay extra to hang about. But the quality of service will drop because they are tired. So we decided that why don't we just create a new business, a new team of staff that will be working at night. And we decided to name the place Carbon by Bexbar. So the nightclub's name is going to be called Carbon by Bexbar. that will be launching on our second anniversary, which is coming up this month. We don't have a date yet, but by the end of this week, we'll pick a date. We're talking to a couple of musicians and artists that will grace the event. Without them, until we conclude our arrangement with them, we won't be able to say anything yet. But watch out for this space.
How easy was it coming up with a name for the club? Carbon wine extra.
I used to be a partner to a club with some English guys. I used to be an investor with them in UK, and the name of the club is Carbon. I just thought it sits well with me. So I discussed it with them, and they said, okay, why not Carbon Lagos? You know, and for me, it was a no-brainer. It's a name I'm used to. It's the name I've invested in, or it's a club I've invested in the next continent. And if I have to be the one that will bring you to Africa, why not? So that was how the name came up, Carbon.
Tell us a bit about. You have so many sides. There's so many sides to you. There's a there's the entertainment and society
Well,
side.
the entertainment aspect has always been me.
Okay.
I mean, I used to have a record label. I used to have a very big sport bar at the beach in Alpha Beach way back where we used to ride quad bikes. Uh, Recently, I've done some acting.
Mm.
Yeah. I was in Wura. I don't know if you know Wura.
Yeah. So much.
I was in Wura on Showmax. I was in 2 episodes. So entertainment has always been my passion, you know. And then, in terms of profession, I'm a business consultant, and anything you do, the business side must always come to play because that's where the motivation is. The passion is on entertainment, the motivation is in making money, and the profession is my own fortress, which is where, because there's nothing you do that doesn't require management. So the management aspect has been good because I've tried my best, or I've worked on minimizing the risk to make sure that we don't nosedive. And thank God, we've been growing since. I mean, you can tell you are here. The last interview we did with you, you know how this place was, and you can see how it is now. So I would leave that area for you to expatiate on. Although I know the viewers will want to hear it from me, but we are growing. We're growing. Yeah.
I also noticed that you've also done a lot of courses in business management and all that.
Eh,
What was the motivation for that?
I up till about 12 years ago, I was only sitting on my HND. But I I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of research. Anything I'm passionate about, I go all the way and I do it. And then when my children got into university and they were doing their courses and doing their dissertations and projects, a lot of questions was coming to me and I was doing proofreading for them. They were all coming up with distinction down thanks to me because I did a lot of proofreading for them, and that just made me feel like, guy, what are you really doing? I'm sitting with them because that age, especially my boys, they are 24 now. Thank God they finished school. That age when they were about 14, 15, 16, ending their secondary school, I started seeing, the adolescents and all this rebel behavior. I mean, in UK, it's easy to get into the wrong crowd. So I had to go back and sit down with them. So I was doing their courses with them and all that, and they were doing very well, and they were passing and coming home with distinction and showing off to me, you know, thinking, what? Why don't I, while I'm here, why don't I just do it? So I mean, the companies I've worked for, most of them have given me so much free courses. That by the time I decided to go back, he just told me, even think you have OND, you've actually done the whole degree. You just have to do your project now. And once you finish your project, then you get your bachelor. Then I got a first class in business management. And then I got a scholarship, you know, to do PhD, not even masters. That scholarship came late because I had already started my MBA. So I was doing the MBA with the PhD together concurrently. The PhD was in Poland. So when I started getting towards the end of the MBA, I started taking the PhD more serious because that does not have much of time limit. They paid the school fees already. Now you can work at your own pace. You have 10 years. That was what they told me. And I said, okay, 10 years is long enough. I'll deal with this. Let me finish my MBA. And when I finished the MBA, I now enrolled for another course. And when I enrolled for the course, project management, they asked me for qualifications. And I took it there as well. I've got about 10 certification for project management professional. By the time I brought all that in, they told me exactly the same thing they were telling me when I was doing my bachelor's. That with all these qualifications, you've got enough credits to jump straight to your project. So we can only offer you to do your project. Within 3 months, I got my MSc. So then I was sitting on two masters, almost ready for PhD, and it just kept happening by itself. It was on auto run. You know, I didn't. It wasn't really my choice. It was like someone was just throwing all these things at me, testing me. And when I look back nowadays, I just wonder how I did it. You know, it was. Well, it was God sent. It wasn't. It wasn't. I didn't go out for that. I just wanted to say, okay, let me get one degree, and then I've ended up now with seven.
So,
I have one PhD in management. I have doctorate for business administration. I have LLM, that's Masters of Law. I have MSc in project management. I have MBA entrepreneurship. I have I mentioned my bachelor's, right?
no.
Then I have bachelor's. So I have three masters, two PhD, and two bachelor's, which is Bachelor of Arts in Business Management, then Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity. So I'm into IT, into management, into entertainment, into acting.
And I noticed that um, built Bex Bar on IT, and is
Yes.
that deliberate?
Yeah, it was deliberate. I mean, where the world is going now, everything is run by AI. AI is IT. I mean, this place, I don't really have to be here to see what's going on because if I'm at home or if I'm abroad, I tend to see more what's going on than me sitting here. As I'm here now, I can only see what's around me. If I'm at home, I have 24 cameras to check. So I can see the toilet, not the actual toilet, but who is coming into the toilet. I can see all my staff. I can see inside my office. I can see the manager's office. I can see the store. I can see every inch around the building. Sometimes I was the one that is telling them there's someone trying to steal your AC, and I'm in London. You know, so it has helped. Then the operations part, we use software that does auditing. It tells me how much we spent, tells how much we've made. It tells how much tax we need to pay based on what percentage we have to pay. It generates all these things by itself. We just have to do the payment, you know. So I don't need, I have auditor, which is external, but my internal auditor is still the computer because everything we do must be entered. So we have data input staff. All the receipt must go through her, you know. If she gives a credit to buy something, she must get receipt for it. I don't let my staff go to the market to buy stuff. We buy from where they print out receipt. So if I have to buy from Spa, even if it's pepper, but good thing is there are so many apps now that we use to order stuff online. They deliver. So you want to buy ofada rice now, you want to buy pepper, you want to buy onion. There are so many apps. I don't know if I can mention them, but I know there is one that we use. We just buy from there. So it's not as if we're going to give someone, oh yeah, take money and go to the market to go and buy meat. We have meat supplier that supplies direct and send their invoice so that we can input all that into the system. So take out how much we are spending to how much we are making, be able to tell us how much taxes we are owed or we are owing the government. So we don't play with all that. So all that is down to the IT management. You know, it does all the inventories, all. So anybody that is thinking, I mean, I've had people that have come, they want to be a manager, and when they realize that you don't give them cash to go and do anything, they just don't turn up again. They won't come back and they won't pick your call. Some of them would lie that they are sick or their father died or whatever, and they won't be able to come back. We know why. Once they see that there is no loophole to where they can, generate, their own personal revenue, they just scram.
So this Christmas season, what should your customers ex- expect?
We are hoping we are meeting up with their expectation, but we are expecting a lot of people and we are prepared. You know, we are kicking off with our anniversary. The plan was to do it this weekend, but it's not looking likely as it is. That's why we can't release the IV. We've designed the IV, but we can't print it out. So at the moment, we are working on generating more clients, corporate clients, to come and have their Christmas or end of year parties here. We've printed out our brochures with the menu, with the cover letter for them so they can. That one is going out tomorrow. We have a courier company that will pick up all this proposal and the profile, company profile. We have a copy in my office. I'll show you. I can get someone to get it for you. So they will get that and hopefully they will be contacting us. But however, people are coming in more now. Most of the people inside at the moment as we speak came from America, you know. And yeah, a lot of people are coming from abroad. Me being someone that lived in UK for the best part of 40 years, all my friends are over there. Most of them come home for Christmas. They will definitely be touching, base. So yeah, we're expecting a lot of people. We're expecting a big turnout.